Is this my top? I don't know. I think this is just extremely oily for some reason. Oh well. I can't really hear right now. My dad's watching the Super Bowl. Not Super Bowl. Playoffs to the Super Bowl. Why are there so many flies in here? I don't understand. There's probably only like one and I just like keep seeing it constantly. But yeah, I'm doing my makeup. And I put my hair in pigtails. I think I'm going to start doing this. I'm not sure. I'm going to put my water. My head is in so much pain right now. My head hurts. And I think because since my hearing's kind of sensitive, it low-key might be, bottle. This was like 10 bucks and I'm like, really? I mean, I can understand cheap perfume body spray stuff, but it's supposed to mimic like Chanel something, whatever, some classic chic kind of whatever the fuck it is, but it's like, oh, it's supposed to replicate this like super fancy perfume and it's supposed to smell like it, and I'm like, I only smell old people that smell like, yeah. My dad's watching the Patriots play, so if you hear, fuck yeah, that's him. Also, I'm going to be curling my hair. Wow, beautiful. 1D. Wonderful. Okay. I was watching an anti-haul. Ivory, that's me. I love how the bottles kind of look the same. Like the shades, like there's like very, very small differences in the shade. First of all, guys can't tell the difference between shades. Like, my dad, if he were set to, you know, took a picture of me and was sent to go get me a foundation, he wouldn't know what the fuck to get me. Because he'd be like, there'd be like all of these, like lined up, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 of them. Or I don't actually know if there's 10 shades, but there'd be like 10 different shades, let's say, 5 maybe. And he'd be like, well, she's definitely not that one, because that one would be like this dark, and it's like, okay, yeah, there's a difference between these. Like, this is like one. That's a shiny, shimmery nail polish. But that's like, oh, it's for someone with darker skin. And this is like, oh, okay, that kind of looks right. But then he'd end up getting me this one, which is like, I'm a ghost. He's a phantom. Young Diddy Feeney was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. I hate myself. 2000s, baby, that's me. My brother's gonna be 18 in less than a month. He has like... the 13th. So he has... he has only about 1 full week, I think, till he turns 18, and I believe his birthday's either on a Sunday and or a Monday. So it's about, his birthday's in like 2 weeks and he's gonna be 18. But I know that it's 1 full week, at least. I can't think in my head, I'm like, how many days are in this month? Because I know that actually no, it's either 2 or 3 weeks, but he has about a month, more or less, till his birthday. And I'm like, my older brother, and then that's like, I have like 9 months, don't worry, but a little less than 9 months left till my birthday. Yes, I count. I swear. But mine is, I love how like no matter what? Like, oh, when's your birthday? And it's like, in the army, it's like, my dad was like, oh yeah, they had you right. And then day, and then month or something like that. And so he kind of got used to writing his birthday like that. And I'm over here like, my birthday is 9/9 or 09/09. So it really doesn't matter. Like, I'm kind of lucky in a sense because like anyone, it's like 12/12, 9/9, 10/10. Like, it doesn't matter which way you write it down on the piece of paper. People are gonna be like, oh, okay. Like, oh, October 10th, November 11th, December 12th, April 4th, or not April 4th, yeah, April 4th. Wait, not April 4th. No, wait, yeah. March 3rd, May 5th. Like, no matter what, it's gonna be the same. No matter what way you look at it. My face kind of looks bad, low key. I haven't worn makeup in forever. I need like a primer, and I didn't get a primer. But I'm gonna get a job. So, like, excited about this summer because I can get a job, and I was actually gonna apply. I was looking at places that I could apply for a job at. And a lot of places, actually, since I'm looking, it's like, oh, what previous field of work have you had? And I'm like, I haven't had any. Like, I'm sorry? And Hot Topic, it's like, oh, you have to be at least 16 and have retail experience. And I'm like, bitch, most retail places are like, oh, you have to be 18 and up. So, like, that's a big no-no. I asked them, hey, guys, should I, because this is like our last day in French all together, and one of them got switched out. But we were all like sitting there, and I'm like, should I wear pigtails more? And they're like, yeah, of course, it looks freaking adorable. So I think I'm going to start wearing them more. I think it does look cute on me. Wonderful. Pretty, beautiful. But like most of the time, since, I don't know, I'm going to be dyeing my hair in the summer too. And that's why I want to get a job where it's like, hey, can I dye my hair? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Although I might get a job, keyword being might, at Julius Caesar's, or not Julius Caesar's, Juicius Caesar's, or what, Orange Julius. Why am I thinking Julius Caesar? When I was younger, I remember now. When I was younger, I used to call it that. That's why. I'm so dumb sometimes. Like, calling it Julius Caesar, and I'm like, I just remember it has Julius in it, so I'm like, Orange Julius? Is that the name of the place? So yeah, I can either work there or like, there's other places at the mall I can work. I'm just like, I kind of want to work at the mall. So I got like all these like new brushes, but here, I'll show you. This brush and this brush are the same brush, but like this has like a bunch of powder on it, so I'm all like, and this one's brand new, and the bristles are still kind of like, ooh, that's nice. And then I got a C-shaped brush, which is like for your crease, I guess, and then a little angled brush, which I have one still, so I don't need to use that. And then I got a contour brush, but like I don't really do contour very much anymore, so oh well, it's fine. But I was looking, I'm like, did I get like a blush brush? Because like, I like blush. Place in the mall, and I don't know if I saw it earlier when we went, but like I know that I'm gonna have to like go on a job search because you actually have to turn in an application. Howdy. And I don't know. I'm just working over the summer. So, like, where'd that thing... Oh, I'm silly. Why was I reaching and... Where... I just had it on me. Come on. Ugh. Young Danny Phantom, he was just 13 when his parents built a very strange machine. I don't know the rest of the words because I've totally forgot because I haven't watched Danny Phantom. I think they added it to Netflix maybe, but I like watched it with my sister or something. And my brother was watching it, so I watched like a Halloween episode. Like, they had a haunted house and it's like, ha ha ha. As detention, you get to make a haunted house that's so scary I'll shit myself. He's a phantom. I want to get a job so I can get better makeup so my face doesn't look like shit when I obviously do my makeup. Want in my life a job. A pretty good job would be nice. Like, because my friend's gonna work out at Wet n Wild. And I think she's already taking the classes and stuff. Or something. And I'm like, first of all, you have to, like, be the best applicant. And she can work this. She could have worked last summer since she turned 16 before I did. So, like, in 2018, she probably could have worked. But, like, she went to Bosnia and Croatia and stuff. So, like, yeah, there was no real chance of her working. Oof. Hairs that I grabbed and I just kept kind of grabbing at nothing, basically. Here's my new brush. This one to just... Shadows work so much better with actual e.l.f. brushes than, like, off-brand MAC. Low-key, though. Places I could have worked, like, I could have worked at Kmart because it was right there, like, right across the street, practically. Close, but I'm like, even work at an Albertsons, like, when in doubt, I could work at the Albertsons that's, like, right next to my house. And there's, like, other places that I'm like, I want to work there, but I kind of wanted to get 2 jobs. Low-key. Oh, I'll blend it in with my finger. The Super Bowl live and he's kind of upset by that. He's like, I can't watch it live, Michelle. And I'm like, calm your tits, Dad. Go up to a Hot Topic interview with this on. Because they always say, oh, you had to have Hot Topic merch on. And it's like, what? And then, like, I guess if you work at Claire's, you also have to do the same thing. And I did want to work at Claire's, but you have to be 18 and up. And I think it's only 18 and up because you have to work the piercing of the ears. And there's see, I didn't want to go and apply in person. Like, I want to... I was looking on, like, Dairy Queen and, like, juiciest Caesar as an orange Julius and like tropical smoothie and stuff, and it's like apply in store, and I'm like, I don't want to apply in store. That's the thing. I want to do it online, but I guess it's like better, like though I guess because they call you in for an interview if you apply online, and they either way you have to go in, and there's not a sure chance. Dude. Fave. Howdy. But it's like but I do. I was all like, oh yeah, I waited until I was 18 to get a job. My first job was a security guard, and I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want that to be my first job. I don't particularly care. I just want a somewhat decent experience. So lipstick. That's my mascara, which is what I needed. And there's like some pens and stuff in the bottom of that bag. It actually doesn't smell too horrible because my other bag, I opened it and a bunch of this stuff flew out. I was like, what the fuck? And I panicked and I threw my bag on the roof. Hire me, I throw bags on roofs. But yeah. Um, we're next to downtown Summerlin. Any of you guys who live in Vegas, or at least in Summerlin, that's the little mall area that everyone always calls DTS, especially if you're older, you probably don't know that. Because my dad was like, what the fuck is DTS? And I'm like, oh, downtown Summerlin. He's like, oh, the mall. And I'm like, yeah, the mall. Sure, Dad, why not? I got mascara on there, but do I give a shit? Not really. January, and I'm like, I don't know when you're supposed to apply for a job. Like, I'm assuming, like, hey, I can start, like, in May 24th, but I know I'm gonna have to say, hey, my brother's graduation is this day, I have to show up to that. So, yeah, I know that, like, or I might even just say, oh, like, June 1st. Pieces first, so it's like I can't see what I'm doing. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even see it. That's great. This is scary. I know that my friend has applied to work but she didn't try hard enough, and she's like, I did a cover letter and everything. And I'm like, that's not what they want. They want to know, hey, do you know a lot of shit about, like, have you had experience, da-da-da-da-da. Did I just go and try to I'm an idiot. I shouldn't be playing with this. But, oh well, we're gonna do it anyway. I asked my friend, because she has curly hair. I thought she had curly hair naturally, but apparently she curls her hair. And I'm like, oh. But I asked her, hey, how do you get your curls to stay? And she's like, I don't really use hairspray, but, like, they kind of just tend to stay naturally. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, she said, like, she has, like, a mousse of some sort that she uses, but, like, I think that's it. Because she just, like, she'll curl it and it'll stay for, like, a week. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty fun and neat, I guess. I love that. Can you all see that? That's cute. My hair will get naturally curly like this, though. Take bigger pieces. We'll take the big pieces and we'll curl them like that. And I know that my sister's coming out in June. She has a ticket booked. So, yeah. I'm hoping I'm gonna be there because she might get tonsil surgery. Just for the fact that, yeah, she has tonsillitis. I guess. So I'm like, oh, shiznits, because that's kind of serious, I think. I'm just gonna use the viewfinder as in... I can't see what I'm doing, really, at all. So scary. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Just have a friend do my hair whenever I want it curled. As in have my brother do my hair because I can't curl for shit. Because I don't know what I'm doing and I can barely see anything. You know what? You know what? Let's go a little crazy today. We'll wear pink lipstick. We'll wear pink lipstick. We will wear pink lipstick. I need a mirror. I take that back. I'm all like, I don't need a mirror for this, do I? And I'm like, I do need a mirror. Patriots. That's where my dad's from. Rhode Island, but like everyone there is a New England Patriots fan, so. Fun fact, this was my first ever that I've used before, because there was another one, and it was like Maybelline, but like, it wasn't necessarily, or CoverGirl maybe, I'm not sure, but like, it was liquid lipstick, but like, you put on a thing, like a chapstick of some sort on top to make it shiny, and I was like, underneath it, and I'm like, this makes no sense, and it was like kind of low-key shitty, and it wasn't even really technically one, because you put something over it, and it became liquid again, so I was like, or not like, well, creamy, I should say, because this is like a liquid to matte, so, And this I've had like matte pinks before, so like first matte pink. Hi. I got it with my first matte liquid lipstick, and it's the Care Bear ones. Hot Topic did like a Care Bear collection, and they had the lipsticks. It came with 4 for like 13 something dollars, about 13-ish, depending where you lived. I'd say. About roughly like $4 each, almost. Like it was like $13.50-ish, around $4, maybe 3-ish, 3 something, 4, $3 to $4 for each lipstick itself, and they're about that big, you know. You just saw it, and it came in hot pink, this one, and then it had a dark red, and the dark red one I was like, oh, I like it, and then my friend was like, can I borrow that lipstick to wear? And I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And she wore it, and she's like, oh my god, I hate this. It's like all messy and ugh. And I'm like, yeah, because you fucking like ate food right after you put it on, you dumbass. Like, you can drink water, but like she has white people lips. Like, you kiss her, you're kissing like all here. Like, howdy. Like, I'm sorry, Danny, but you have white people lips and you can't wear lipstick for shit. I think it was like a Katy Perry lipstick, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna reapply the lipstick, so I brought it with me. I didn't try to steal your lipstick. I tried to like borrow it when we were out, because I was wearing black lipstick and like shorts or something. I look goth enough. About that day, low key. Sorry, I had to repaint my nail because I have like, you know when you have a nail, your fingernail, and like something like this will jab into it or whatever it happens. I'm just gonna scratch my ear with this actually because my ear is itchy. But you know that part? What are these parts called? Like, that's gross. Like, what do you call them? Like, there's not really a name for them unless you are in anatomy and physics, and you'd probably know, but common knowledge doesn't know. I had some that jabbed into my nail, and like, yeah, the nail polish like got kind of fucked up. So I just painted over it in hopes that it would kind of seal that little crack and it would all be okay until my nail grew out. I kind of like this nail polish, not really. Can you only, it's like gold, but it's not really that gold. But I know people like the color. They're like, oh, I like that color, and I'm like, thanks, it's L'Oreal, but. And then one of them, my sister she used to go around and like sell stuff like nail polishes and beauty, like a. But the lady in Edward Scissorhands, where she walked around, was selling the makeup and stuff. Edward Scissorhands. Like, he was like actually a human, I think. And he had feelings and stuff. But like, he fucking killed someone because he was almost murdered by the guy. Yeah. And he couldn't like love the one person, like the girl that he like, the pretty much the teenager that they were both in love with each other. So I'm like, I don't know, Tim Burton films are overall just kind of sad. And it's like, oh no. I think that one movie, Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride are kind of his happiest movies. I think he did the Alice in Wonderland shit too. And that one's kind of happy, but at the same time, like, kind of sad, because it's like, wouldn't be doing that in that time period. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. That's stupid. That's so dumb. I hated that, but I loved it at the same time. I don't know, I'm just grabbing random tissues that are on my floor. Howdy. Want to see if I'm sick, that's the thing. If I'm sick, I will still show up to work. Like, I show up to school when I'm sick, unless I'm, like, dying sick. Like, the one time I was actually, like, feeling like I'm dead. Like, I can't eat. I'm not gonna make it to school. I can't even hold my backpack. Like, my arms were, like, this is my arm normally. My arm then, like, for some reason, like, I lost all the fat on, like, everywhere. I lost, like, 10 pounds because I kept throwing up my food. And that was just over, like, 3 days. Like, my body, like, I wasn't eating, so I was like, oh, let's burn the fat and stuff, and, like, I was kind of fit, and then I got kind of bloated. Expect me to be heavier, but, like, I got bloated at the dance show, so, like, a lot of the stuff was a bit tight. Oh, my back hurts. Okay. I want to get a job. I'm, like, way too excited to work. Is that a bad thing, though? I don't really think it is, though. Because, like, I remember my ex was all like, I'm waiting till I get my phone because they had to call me back. And I'm like, you have a house phone, right? He's like, no, I use Alexa or something like that to call people. And I'm like, dude, just like, can we get a house phone so I can just stay home on these days and wait to get a job? Because you can apply online. He could go out places and, like, apply and say, hey, I don't have a phone, call the house phone. House phones really aren't that expensive. Like, we had one for a while. And, like, it would ring sometimes and I'd be like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what even is the number? But we never used it. It's just we kind of had one because my dad was so used to having one that he's like, let's keep it. And then, like, Wendy and stuff, they moved out, and then it's like house phone now. And then my dad eventually got rid of it because he didn't want to pay because we're kind of broke. So it's like, we pay rent still. My dad has a loan on the house. To pay for it. So we're paying back that loan, but technically the house is ours, and it's like, my dad's just now is like, rent because it's like 900 or something a month, so it's like, okay, we don't get as much technically anymore. Like, for Christmas is like very few things that we got from our dad, which is kind of good because it's like, Dad, don't spend money on me. I'm undeserving of it. And to think I was gonna